Today I'll be talking about the new features in Assemble, including curtain walls, Revit Parts, and other system families inside Assemble. But first of all, let's talk about what is Assemble. Assemble is a cloud-based and model-based data management system which helps you to unlock the power of your 3D models. It helps you to minimize the risk of your project and also in the understanding the scope and improving the efficiency of your project. The process of using Assemble is as simple as publishing the model into your cloud-based system, managing the model and conditioning the model in the cloud, and sharing the information with the stakeholders of the project. So as you may know, for using Assemble, first of all, you need to publish your models to your cloud-based site. We have a plugin for some of the authoring tools like Revit, AutoCAD Architecture, AutoCAD MEP, AutoCAD Civil 3D, and CADWorx. You can publish your models from those authoring tools to your cloud-based site, and after publishing the model, here's the main page of your website. Each project has a card that you can manage, and today I'm going to talk about this hospital project. After opening up each project, here's the main page of the project that you will see. On the left-hand side, you have the list of all of the models that you have published from your authoring tools. And after conditioning the model and arranging all of the information in the project, you can create save views, which will help you the next time that you open up the project. So I'm going to talk mostly about this architectural model right here. After opening up each model or any of the views, here's the main workstation of Assemble with three main sections. We have the model tree on the left-hand side, we have the project inventory right here, and we have the 3D viewer right here. Since most of our new features are related to the model tree, I'm going to talk about that at the end of the key functionalities. First of all, let's talk about the project inventory and the 3D viewer. If you hover your mouse over any of the object in the viewer, it will show you the name, source ID, and quantity. And by clicking on any of the object, Assemble will highlight the information of that object in the inventory as well, and you will see all of these customizable columns as well. In order to access more information about project and about this specific object, you can click on the Properties panel where you have Assemble Properties and Model Properties. Model properties are all of the instance and type properties coming from your authoring tool, and you can see all of those information right here. And on top of that, you have Assemble Properties, which are customizable extra properties that you can add to your instances and add to your project right here. All of the properties in Assemble and Model Properties could be then used to manage this inventory, to be added as a column, and to be used as a filter inside Assemble. The model tree contains the list of all of the models that you have published into your project, and you can see each model and all of the categories, all of the families, and all of the types that are existing in this specific model. And one of the new features that we have added to our software is this toggle button. Now you're able to toggle on or off a model. If a model is toggled on, you're able to work with that model, make changes to the visibility of the items. For example, I can select walls in the project and then make changes to the visibility, for example, hide others or do other changes to the visibility. But if the models are turned on, you won't see those models in the inventory and in the 3D viewer. And also, if you want to assign some filters to the objects here, the models that are turned off, they won't show up here. The next new functionality that I'm going to talk about is the All Models rule. For assigning rules to the models in Assemble, you can click on the visibility settings where you can see all of your models that are currently active and are turned on. And on top of that, you will see the All Models. This is something that we just added to our software where you can assign rules that would be applied to all of the models that are turned on. For example, if I click right here, I can ask Assemble to show me only the objects in level 3. Because we have different names, different models, I should select all of the level 3s, and I hit update, and Assemble will show me all of the object in level 3 in my architectural model, structural model, and my mechanical model. And this is how you can use the all model rules. You can also use any of these models to apply any rules based on the properties that the objects have in assembled properties or model properties. The next feature that I'm going to talk about is the geometry for system families and curtain walls. The geometry for system families will help you in visualizing the objects and to cross-reference the quantities and your curtain walls as a parent to their children. So if I come here and select curtain walls, curtain panels, and curtain wall mullions and hide other objects. So you can see that I have isolated all of my curtain walls, curtain panels, and curtain wall mullions. And you can see when I select any of these objects, the geometry for the curtain wall will be selected as well. This is a new functionality that we hadn't in our software before. And then you can use the host ID and host source ID property to cross-reference these parent object to their children. And if this has children property and the value yes, will tell you that these objects or these types are system family. So if I open up any of the curtain panels, you can see each instance ID shows you the host ID and the host source ID, which connects these instances to their parents as well here. And if I sort and group this inventory by host ID, I can come here and see, for example, under curtain panels, Assemble helps me to cross-reference these children to their parents right there, right? Another functionality that we have added to Assemble is supporting Revit Parts. Revit Parts will help you to break down each object inside Revit to smaller pieces. For example, you can break down a floor to 6 pieces to simulate the actual construction process, or you can break down an object like a wall to its discrete layers, and you can select each layer of the walls. If you need more information about how to use Revit Parts, you can reach out to us after the webinar. In order to activate the Revit Parts inside Assemble, you need to click on the visibility settings right here. And then you can see that we ignore some of the categories right here by default, so you have to uncheck parts right here, and then I can come here and ask Assemble to show me only parts, right? And now I have Revit Parts inside Assemble, and if I zoom into these objects right here, you can see that I can select any of the layers of the wall, and Assemble will show me the original category, original family, and original type of each of these layers. And you can probably recognize that if you group your inventory by material, it really helps you in the process of your material takeoff. So I have grouped the inventory by material, and I have isolated all the parts in the project. So it's showing me right here all the quantities. For example, I will know the quantities for each of these material in my project, and then, as I mentioned, I can cross-reference them based on these properties, which is the most important one is original type. And this is how you can utilize part in your project. And the last feature that I'm going to talk about is that Assemble is now able to publish geometry from CADWorx. So basically today you are able to publish your models, including geometry, from Revit, AutoCAD Architecture, AutoCAD MEP, AutoCAD Civil 3D, and Intergraph CADWorx. CADWorx is actually a plant design suite, and now you're able to see those models, your plant models inside Assemble with all of the properties associated in your CADWorx model, and including line numbers and all of the information like that. This is an overview of all of the features that we have added to the software.